what do I think about the possibility of CM Punk coming to WWE? Now, before we get started, thank you guys so much for watching. Thank you for your patience. I wasn't able to record the past week and a half. Some family things were happening, but I will talk about that in a different video. But let's get to the question at hand. Hit the subscribe button. So, what do I think about CM Punk possibly coming to WWE? Now, before we get into that, let's just rewind just a little bit, okay? I was shocked that CM Punk was fired by Tony Khan, because up until this point, I was thinking Tony Khan has no backbone. He lets wrestlers do whatever they want, whenever they want. He doesn't step in. He doesn't fire people. He doesn't reprimand people. What kind of leader, owner, or whatever the case may be are you? He just looks super soft to me, okay? Shout out to Enzo Amore, okay? But it didn't make any sense, especially for CM Punk, because every time there was a fight, three times out of four, CM Punk is either the one who started it or the one who's added on top of it. And he's done everything he can to get fired, but Tony Khan was not trying to let him go. And I'm like, Tony Khan, does this guy got like some videos of you that should be uploaded on the hub that you don't want to get out there? Does he got videos that should be on OnlyFans that you don't want to put out there? He got some text messages or some stuff over Reddit that you don't want to put out there? Because Tony Khan seemed like he is trying his hardest not to let this man release something. You don't create a whole different brand for somebody to be separated from everyone else. It's just weird to me, okay? It's just weird. But we finally got to the point where Tony Khan fired CM Punk. Now, when I thought it was about the whole fight between Jack Perry and CM Punk, I was like, okay, well, Tony Khan finally, grew a backbone, finally got, some pants and things like that. Come to find out, this man goes on Collision, gives a statement to the fans saying, I apologize, I did something I didn't want to do, and the reason why I did this is because I was at fear for my life. Tony Khan, listen, being in fear of your life is not a funny thing, but Tony Khan, come on, bro. Have you watched any of CM Punk's MMA fights? You are one of the richest people in the wrestling industry, and you ain't got bodyguards that can make you feel more comfortable or more secure when CM Punk is around. CM Punk is the threat. Come on, man. And then why, if you feel like you're in fear of your life, why did you allow that man to wrestle still? Why did you allow this man to go backstage and still take photos? Why didn't you call the police? Isn't that the first thing you should do, is call the police or get your bodyguards involved to get this man escorted out? Makes no sense to me at all. And that just dropped my respect for Tony Khan a little bit more. Being in fear for your life, it is what it is. But if that's true, you didn't handle it like that is going to be the case. Now, I said all to say this. If you guys know there's a pattern in the wrestlers that I like, some of the wrestlers that I love, a lot of them are from Chicago. I'm originally from Chicago, okay? So CM Punk, being from Chicago, one of my favorite wrestlers, okay? Whether we're talking about Montez Ford, whether we're talking about Mustafa Ali, whether we're talking about Jason Jordan when he was still active, D'Lo Brown, the list goes on and on and on and on. I'll never be a Bears fan. I don't like pain. I don't like suffering. I don't like depression, and I don't like being sad. So there isn't a day in my life that I will be a Bears fan, but I will be a fan of the wrestlers who are from there and musicians, okay? So I will say this. I will be at Survivor Series. It will be cool to see CM Punk show up, especially since we're in Chicago, because they're going to blow the roof off if he shows up. That'll be an amazing moment. But it'll be cool to see him involved in a short feud and then go into a match at Survivor Series, and that's it. But to see him back there long term, I don't want to see that at all. I don't want to see that at all, because CM Punk is the poison, guys. It doesn't matter. Like I said, if there's a fight, CM Punk is involved. Think about it like this. If you know that there is a person that every time they go somewhere, somebody gets shot, whether he's shooting somebody, whether somebody's shooting at him and missing, or he just happened to be in the area. If this person asks you, hey, can you give me a ride tonight? What would you say? I'd be like, no, because somebody's after you, bro. Something happens every time you're around. I don't care if you're part of the problem, if you're not. So for some reasons, bullets follow you and hit everybody else. I don't know if you're a Magneto or whatever the case may be. I can't have you in the car. And I think CM Punk is a person just like that, because if he's willing to have an issue with somebody over whether they're using glass dangerously in their matches, that has absolutely nothing to do with CM Punk. And then it becomes a fight. Now, I know some people will say, well, it's because of disrespect. Jack Perry shouldn't have did what he did on TV. I agree. It did escalate the situation, but it's none of CM Punk's business. So if he's willing to do that with somebody, imagine what he's going to try to do to get revenge on Seth Rollins. You guys remember when Seth Rollins said that CM Punk was a cancer? We also know that CM Punk is like a red light. He ain't letting nothing go, okay? He ain't letting nothing. So he's going to come there and try to have some revenge. We already know that having hate towards CM Punk is already pre-installed in Seth Rollins. So to see CM Punk in that backstage, if Seth Rollins had a problem with somebody like Cody Rhodes, imagine what happened with CM Punk. You think CM Punk would, if he comes over there and he's mad over glass, imagine he tried to tell Seth Rollins, hey, I don't like you out there wearing lace front shirts, with the nipples showing and everything like that. And Seth Rollins, being the petty guy that he is, will wear a shirt with double lace with the circles cut around his nipples just to show his nipples and piss off CM Punk, and then that's going to be a fight. Now, here's the thing. CM Punk may also say something to Becky, because Becky, she a writer. So if you try to talk crazy about Seth, Becky Lynch is going to be behind it. And if CM Punk say something bad about Becky, guess what's going to happen? Seth Rollins will put it all on the line. And we don't need that, bro. We don't need that. Not necessarily because I want peace on earth, but for me, I do want peace on earth. But for me, as a wrestling fan, what we've been going through at the end of the 2010s when it comes to WWE and terrible television after terrible, we had to suffer through a lot. And we finally got to a point where everything is cohesive. Everything looks great. We got one of the greatest storylines of all time in wrestling history. We got some great matches. We got so many things happening right now, and it's finally coming together. For someone like CM Punk to come over here and do stuff like that, which I feel like that he can't help but do that, I don't want him going back there and ruining stuff. I don't want him going back there causing issues. Like I said, if he had a feud that leads up to the point, I mean, honestly, the immature part of my brain would be like, all right, they should use this and create a feud out of it, okay? Because we may get a situation with like Seth Rollins and Matt Riddle where they did that, but we know that there is real heat behind all of this. But at the end of the day, I don't want to see that, man. I don't see the benefit for this. I don't see, outside of just a moment, to see him show up at Survivor Series again. If we could just have a match there and that's it, and then let CM Punk go along his way, I'm fine with that. But long term, I don't know, man. I just feel like that CM Punk just can't help to try to cause problems. And my theory is that CM Punk didn't like it at AEW. He had to find somebody to pick with. He picked someone like Jack Perry because obviously this guy can't fight. You see what happens when CM Punk is in the octagon. So this guy, you know what I'm saying? It just is what it is. But for me, I don't want to see it. But you know what? I'm saying this now logically, but if I'm at Survivor Series and he shows up, I'm going to mark out. Everything I'm saying right now is not going to matter. I'm not going to lie to you. But to me, I don't want to see it. What do you guys think? Do you guys want to see that happen? Do you guys think CM Punk should come back to WWE? Do you guys think it should work or will work? Let me know in the comment section. Thank you guys so much for watching. Salute. Peace. Have a good day.